Vancouver area today. Hello, everyone joining. Hop in, say hello, tell me where you're from. I'm making chocolate gelato today because it's so stinking hot, and most of us do not have air conditioning in this area. Most of us are just kind of like sweating it out, right? If you're in the Pacific Northwest, say hello because you're also experiencing this probably in Washington, Oregon. Let me know where you are and if it's stinking hot where you are. Hi, Amber from Michigan. Hi there. So this recipe is on my site and a lot of you already know it. It's my 5-ingredient, 5-minute chocolate gelato. And we're just going to get right to it because I figure, you know what, I had quite a lot of ice cream last night. I'm ready to have ice cream for summer tonight. Like, that's kind of how it is. I'm not cooking tonight. I'm not making food. We've had this heat wave for this is day 3 or 4. I don't remember. And I knew these 2 days were going to be the hottest. So I planned not to make dinner for these 2 nights. So, and I didn't have the oven going and stuff, but still I was like, yeah, we're going to order out tonight and tomorrow night. I'm not going to be in this kitchen tonight. Hi, Chantel. I love the spelling of your name. It's beautiful. From Manitoba. Hi there. Is it hot in Manitoba? Because yes, she's saying hot here too. Now, it's just gross. So, and I love summer. Like, I love summer, but when it's hot in your home and like you just can't resume normal life, right? And sleeping is like, okay, I'll stop complaining because there's people out working in this today. So stop that now. Enough complaining, dream. I've been on with the recipe. All right, so we have frozen bananas. Okay, we have dates. We have coconut milk. I'm going to move this down. So I actually had to put my coconut milk in the freezer this morning. So we'll see how it is because I went out to get it in the garage. And of course, usually when I put it in the garage, it stays nice and chilled and thick. You can get the thick cream. But of course, it's so warm, it just was like slush. So this recipe is so easy because it's a cup of everything, of the main ingredients. A cup of pitted dates, cup of the coconut cream, cup of frozen banana. So I'm going to throw the dates into the Blendtec, into my blender. Now, when I measure the dates, when I'm taking them out, I take them and I just do a squish like this to make sure there's no pit in there and then measure it. So always make sure, right? If you get a pit in the blender, you're going to hear it. It's going to start going tick, 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 and you've got to get in there and dig it out with a spoon. And, you know, they say pitted, but I've found pits in almost every container. I get a pit. Not every, but most, not most. Occasionally there's a pit. And I like this brand. This is a really inexpensive brand. I get it at like the superstore here. I think you can get it at Walmart and other places. I think apart from ordering like dates online from a specialty shop where you get really, really nice dates, this is a good brand. Inexpensive, pitted. So that's the date spiel, and they're going into the Blendtec. Can you see the Blendtec from there? No, and it's 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm popping that in there now. And there we go. That way. Ooh, okay, there we are. I'm going to just move my camera a bit so you can see it. And a cup of frozen banana. So I almost always have frozen chunk banana on hand. I just chop it up super, super rustic, like, you know, not in any uniform piece. I just chop it, throw it into a Ziploc bag. And it's not, you know, an exact measure when it's frozen. There's always, because the pieces can be so big, but, you know, about a cup. There we go, frozen banana in. And then, my hands are super sticky from that. And then a cup of the coconut cream. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, I don't want to use coconut. I know that. A lot of people do not want to use the coconut cream. If you don't want to, use a plant-based milk. Fine to do so. Or substitute part of it, like substitute half and half. The thing is, when you're making ice cream, if it doesn't have some whole foods fats, if it doesn't have like nut butter or something that's a creamy, luscious whole foods fat, avocado, nut butter, coconut, those are the main ones, pretty much the only ones are seed butter, it's going to be icy. It's going to be more like a sorbet. And that's when you get into the freezer and you pull it out. And it's like if you do ice cream with bananas, you know, if you've made it, and when you take it out of the freezer again, it's rock hard and you're like hacking at it with a butter knife or, you know, waiting anxiously for it to thaw enough to scoop. So when you use a whole foods fat like this or ingredient like this, and it is fat content, it is. So if you don't want to use it, fine, fine, fine. Please don't shout at me. If you don't want to use it, substitute a plant-based milk. I would recommend you substitute a richer plant-based milk. So maybe like a soy milk or oat milk rather than say rice milk or trying to think, like, you know, some plant-based milks are richer, and I do find that soy milk tends to be a richer one, and some of the oat milks as well. So you want something that's got a little bit of like creaminess and substance for it. But even if you say used a 1/4 cup of the coconut cream and 3/4 cup of plant-based milk, that would make a big difference too, right? So that's in here. So these are our ingredients. Oh, and a tiny bit of sea salt, because sea salt, tiny bit, will bump up the sweetness of a recipe in a dessert. So that is in there. And the other ingredient is vanilla bean powder. So this is it. These are our ingredients. Super, super easy. You can also use vanilla extract, but I love vanilla bean powder. And I have the link in the description if you want to use it to find vanilla bean powder. This is the brand I typically use. It looks like this. It smells like gold. It's amazing. And it adds a really nice flavor. So the reason I'm using a twister jar here, it's going to make it much more creamy, smooth than a food processor. And the twister jar is called a twister jar because it has this little gadget. So when you have a really thick mixture like this, it just churns it with this thing, and you don't need to add extra liquid. So this is why I love the twister jar so much, but it also comes with this. So if you're doing like liquid mixes, say like salad dressings, which again, that's what I use this for the most. This is the lid that you use. If you have a Blendtec, get this jar. You'll love it. And I have a code in the description as well. My readers get 20% off if you use the code there, yay Blendtec, and just link through the link there and you can get 20% off. So I'm going to start blending this, and it's going to be really loud, so hang tight. So you can see I'm moving this with the blending. Almost done. I can see the like little bits of dates on the side, so I just want to give it one more blitz. And we're good. And we'll have a little taste. Sometimes it's, you know, the ingredient is, or the recipe's pretty foolproof, but sometimes you just want to taste it and see, okay, do I want a little more vanilla in there? Or do I maybe want to add more dates? I think this amount of dates is plenty, but if you want it a little sweeter, super yummy. The thing with ice cream, it tastes less sweet once it's frozen. Okay, it's just like how your taste buds work. So if it tastes quite sweet now, that's probably excellent, because then when you freeze it, it's going to be sweet, but not as sweet as it is here. I see more people joining in. Hello, everyone. Raquel and Patty and Belinda, hello. Thanks for joining and comment. I will comment back when I'm done the video. So we're done. This is it. It is not ice cream right now because it has to freeze, but it's done. And you can see already it's super thick. And it's like a pudding. You could eat this or mousse right now, like that. And if you wanted, you could add in some, you know, this is obviously it has no added sweetener, right? It has no other than the dates, no added sweetener like maple syrup, which I love to use, but it doesn't have any coconut sugar or anything. So it's, you know, pretty great in terms of using whole foods. If you want to add some add-ins, I'm saying go for it. Maybe you want to add some chopped nuts. You could add in some chocolate chips, some crushed cookies, make some cookies, or if you have them in the freezer, leftover brownies, leftover. Oh my gosh, if you make my crazy brownies, they would be crazy good in this, like crumble them up and add them in. So this has to get into the freezer, and I'm going to do that now. And you've got like maybe about an hour or so, a couple hours. You know, you can check it. It's not going to be rock hard. It's going to keep some, scoopability. Yeah, that's the word. It will be scoopable because of the whole foods fats and also because of the dates. That helps too. This is what it looks like when it's frozen. Here we go. Right? Yummy, right? And that's a really nice idea too, to just sprinkle the chocolate gratings on top. That's really, really good. So guys, I hope you make it. Enjoy it. Like I said, it's bajillion degrees here, so we're going to enjoy some ice cream later and take out. I hope you guys have a great day. Yes, Mary, this recipe is on my site. And hi, Pam. Nice to see you too. Oh, how sweet. I'm glad my timing is good. The recipe is on my site. The recipe's in the video description. So get up to the video description. You'll see the recipe. You'll see the link for Blendtec to get your 20% off if you want to order it. And the link for, what else? Did I put the link for the recipe in there? I think I may have forgotten. I'll go back after and add the recipe link. Sorry about that. Yeah, so all that will be there, and I will sign off now before I ramble too much. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy whatever you're doing today on this Sunday. Blessings, everyone. Talk soon. Bye.